In this video, I'm going to be talking about promises in JavaScript. Okay, so and the way promises in JavaScript work. Um, so um, Promises in JavaScript work in a very similar way to promises in real life, and like one of the best ways I understand this is this example of going into a restaurant. Okay, so basically you go into a restaurant and then the waiter comes to you and then he takes your order, and maybe you order for maybe tomato soup. Okay, and then the waiter promises you that he's going to bring you your tomato soup. Okay, but in this case, well, actually, in this instance, two things are possible to occur. It is either the waiter brings you your tomato soup that you ordered, in which case you're going to say the promise is resolved, or the waiter comes back to you and says something like, um, and the waiter comes back and doesn't bring you your soup and says something like there is no soup, in which case you're going to say the promise is rejected. Okay, okay. I hope that makes sense. And how this relate to in our code is basically, and okay, I want to explain the importance of promises. So basically, let's say why the waiter comes to take your order, you were chatting with your friend, or maybe why the waiter was trying to like fulfill the promise. You were also chatting with a friend. Maybe you and a friend went to the restaurant, so you were chatting with the friend, and you chatting with a friend does not disturb the waiter trying to fulfill your order. So basically, how this works in JavaScript is like in code is like, let's say at some point in your code you're trying to request access to a database, or maybe you're trying to request the data from an API and get the result, and you know that for that other lines in your code will not work until that issue is solved and get a result. So what promises help us to do is like help us keep the process in the background and make sure that other lines of code are running while that request into API is working in the background. And when it is finally done, when it is finally ready, it's then going to like show us it's then going to like show us the it's going to like show us the result. Okay, after every other line has after all other lines have run. Okay, so it doesn't keep the other lines from running, and this is something I would call that is called asynchronous programming. Okay, why something is happening while something else is happening. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So now let me show you the syntax for promises. So basically, all we have to do is just create an object. So let me say let me say promise no, no, no. Let me say promise one, okay, equals to new promise. Okay, just because new promise, and then I'm going to pass in these two parameters, resolve and reject, and then we're going to like write in our code here. Okay, as you can see. So let me just say something like let a equals to 1 plus 1. Okay, and then I say something like if a is equals to 2, which is true. Okay, if a equals to 2, and then I want you to resolve and show me a message that says success. Okay, but if this false, I want you to show me a message, and then I want you to reject this premise and say something like failure. Okay, but the thing is, anytime as but this is really going to return success because 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, okay. So basically, so now the way we interact with this premise. So now this is the premise. This is the premise object. The way we interact with this premise object is by coming down here and say something like premise one dot then. Okay, let me put this down. Okay, let me just leave it. So this dot then, I'm going to call this dot then method is a method, or yeah, is a method. So this dot then method is going to work for this resolve. Okay, so let us. We're going to give it a parameter. Let me call this parameter response. Okay, and then I'm going to define. I'm going to give you a code. Okay, and let me say something like, okay, I don't really have to like come down. Just say something like console log. Let me just say, let me pass this. Let me pass this string and say something like this is in the then method. Okay, and then I'm going to pass in this response, this success response. Okay, and then the other one. Okay, then no, I have to bring it down so that it makes sense. Now, to make sure that we actually interact with this reject, we're going to use something called catch. We're going to use something called catch, and it is similar to then. We're also going to give is a method, and we're also going to give it a parameter. Let's say no, that's not that. Let's say help, and then we're going to give it a code and say something like console.log. Let me say this pass a string. This is in the catch what now? Catch method. Okay. Let me say this is the catch, and then I'll say plus here. Now, if I run this, I'm supposed to get something like this is in the then method, then success. Let me see. Okay, let me put this space. Let me run this again. Now, what I'm doing, I'm just clicking Control Alt N. So this is the then method success. But then if I change this to, let's say, 1 plus 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So basically, this condition here is false, and then it's going to like show us this. So now watch. No. Let me clear this again. Okay, no. A plus 1 plus 2 is 3. A should show. Okay, no. Wow, I'm correct. I'm supposed to get fail. And this was running, but something's wrong. A plus 4, 1 plus 4 is 5. A. Let me run another function to make sure this. I don't know. Right now I can't figure out what the problem is. I don't want to keep this long, so let me just say something like. Let me just create a boolean function. Let me use boolean. Let me see it's ready. Let me see false. Just to like drive this home. Since it's like if is ready. Okay, so if this is true, I want it to resolve and say something like soup is ready. Okay, and then if it is not true, which I expect it to be, I'm going to say resolve. There is there is no soup. Now let me run this. Okay, yeah, exactly. This one. I don't know why that function this one is not working. I don't know. I mean, 1 plus 4 is 5, and I'm saying if a is equals to 3. I think I'll come back to this. Basically, you get the idea. So now this catch is working for reject. So, but if I remove this catch, I'm going to get an error. See, and then let me clear this. Yeah, this is an error. It's saying I think it should say something like it should define an error or something, define catch. But basically, I'm going to get an error. And note, this is basically this line 11 and 12, 13. It's basically one line. I just like wrap this stuff like so it will be legible. I don't know if they're correct adjective to say. As you can see, I already brought them to one line and still ran. The thing is still running. But to make our code beautiful, something that's why I put it down. So that's basically promises in a nutshell. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.